Going live. As soon as my computer catches up here. There we go. Come on, come on. All right. Trying to get caught up to the page here. It's weird that it doesn't show. There we are. Okay. As soon as my computer catches up here. All right, we got everything set. Welcome to Twisted U's Facebook Live. Today we have Gabriela with Moss Fibers from Savannah, Georgia. We are excited to get to talk with you today. I am wearing one of her samples that she sent. This is so soft and so warm. I love it. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I am great, Chad. How are you?
Fibers from Savannah, Georgia. We are excited. I gotta do double echo here with you today. I am wearing one of her samples. This is so soft and so warm. I'm listening to myself talk. That's so strange. How are you?
Thank you. I am great, Chad. How are you?
Doing great. Hopefully I can figure out what is going on. From Savannah, Georgia. What is going on here? It was just working just fine. Oh, you know what? It's because I have this pulled up. All right, how are we now?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me and see me?
I had pulled up the video. That's why the video as well as this recording. So sorry about that. We can't have a live without glitches, right? Helps keep us humble.
That's the fun part. Challenge.
Right? Exactly. Anyway, this beautiful thing that I am wearing is one of Gabriela's samples that she sent. It's a brioche, so it is double-sided, and it is merino silk and cashmere, which is insanely soft. She did send the yarn specifically to make this exact copy, but as soon as we get to showing the yarns, there are lots of options for color choices, which is fantastic. Anyway, so let me put this back on. It's all of a sudden chilly. Anyway, welcome. We're glad to have you here today. Let's just jump right in with what we are knitting. I have a couple things that I'm working on. This is the interrupted cowl. That's the upcoming, oops, just lost my stitch marker. For the upcoming knit along class, not knit along, sorry. Anyway, it's made out of bamboo bloom, kind of knobby, interesting knit. It's going to be fun. Looking forward to seeing everybody's color choices. And then I'm in the mode of making hats. So this is my new hat that I'm making out of Malabrigo caracal. I guess how you say that. It's a lovely, it's a squishy yarn. So what are you knitting, Gabriela?
I have a couple of things on my needles. Grab this. This sweater, this is a Sunset Highway by Caitlin Hunter. And it came out, I think in about 2, maybe even 3 years ago now. And I loved it from day one, but I never really got to it until recently. So beautiful. It's a little bit modified, and as you'll find out, I love color. I love rich, saturated, deep color. And so there you go. We've got awesome. 3 moss colorways here in the navy, and the hot pink there is called High Heels. You can see it a little bit awesome. Here.
Love
And
your
then
new.
what really pops is this gold, which is called All That Glitters. And it's actually the same gold, different yarn
Do
base,
we
but it's
have
the
those
same
colors
gold.
here today?
Yeah, you have the gold, the All That Glitters, and it's the same that's on that scarf. That looks great on you, by the way.
Oh, I'm starting to feel like I may need to put it in my bag as I leave today.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm kidding.
it's coming back
I need to
because
learn.
I haven't had a chance to
No,
enjoy it.
yes. No,
I have a
well,
couple of
what needs
other.
to happen is I need to learn how to do brioche so I can just make my own. That's all. That's the long and the short of it, right there.
There you go. There you
So
go.
anyway,
But you know, the nice
let's
thing
jump
about
into.
a shawl like that is that there are so many patterns as well that you don't have to do with the brioche, but you can still
Oh,
get a
sure.
very similar effect because you can still use, you know, the three colors, either that exact combination or a different combination, and you can still get a very similar effect. That would
Yes.
be a much simpler knit.
Yes. And
I
then
also have
it's
on my needles pair of socks for my son, and just kind of part way through the first one, hoping to be done for Christmas. But this is the yarn on here is called Sangiovese, after the vineyards in Tuscany, Italy. And you have lots of this yarn there at the trunk show. And
I love how the
one of the
colors.
sweaters you're gonna sorry.
Oh, I love how the colors look on that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're seeing that, but so I'm outside, by the way. I figure if you live in Savannah, you got to be outside. You got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And I actually have the fan on as well. So
It is, well, 55 today here in Boise, Idaho.
yeah,
But this is a little, we're having a little bit of a warming trend. It's usually a lot colder. So
yeah. I think we're about
like this.
75, and that's it's pretty much standard for this time of year. And then I
Very
have
nice.
another little sock just started because I wanted to see how this knit up in Purple Rain, which you have there in a chunky.
Which is this one.
Right.
But your weight. Got it.
Right.
Okay. Beautiful.
So I carry this right from the fingering to the chunky.
Awesome.
I have a few other things on needles, but you know, this
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to focus on right now, especially the sweater, so I can start wearing it.
Those colors are beautiful in that sweater, by the way. So great
Thank
choice
you.
on those. Okay, so let's get into our question and answer time. So what got you into dyeing yarn?
Well, let me if I can back that up a little bit to kind of my knitting, my crochet knitting journey.
Yes.
I learned how to crochet when I was 10. Like many other people, my grandmother taught me, and she crocheted her whole life until she passed when she was 86, and she was still crocheting. But she taught me when I was 10, and on and off, I have crocheted a little bit my whole life, but I could never read a pattern because she didn't read patterns. So somebody would have to show me how to do whatever I was making, and then I would make baby blankets and little things like that.
Yeah. Very nice.
In my 20s, I knit a sweater, and thinking back, I have no idea how I did that.
Yeah.
And it didn't really stick. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but I dropped it. And then I only started knitting about 4 years ago, less than 5 years ago.
Wow.
But it was a new kind of knitting. It was knitting with natural fibers and gorgeous yarns. Going into the local yarn shop and just staring at the shelves and wanting to feel everything. And so it was a much more elevated type of knit. And I couldn't put it down. And I know this is a very common story. You've probably heard it over and over. Maybe the people that are listening have the same story, but it would be knitting until 2 o'clock in the morning and then having to get up for work.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
It was, total addiction, right?
Yep.
So I knit everything I could think of for about 4 years. And then just earlier this year, I thought, well, I think I'd like to try dyeing yarn. So I gave it a whirl, and I couldn't put that down. So, I started ordering yarn and ordering dye and playing around. And 6 months later, I'm in my 7th month now. Moss Fibers is just had the 6-month anniversary in October. And
Wow. So, right?
I've probably developed probably about 40 different colorways, and some of them I've dropped along the way or have put on hold until next spring, and new ones. And so that's where I'm at. Still the new kid on the block as far as indie dyers go. Very small batch, typically, no more than 5 in a pot, if you will. And that's what I love. I love giving it all I have. I love dyeing with care and truly with love, because I love what I'm doing. And what's
Awesome.
most exciting for me is when this yarn gets in people's hands and they love it. And they tell me how happy they were to receive it and how awesome the packaging looked, and and how soft it is and how colorful and how saturated, and that just gives me a high. I love
Sure,
it.
sure. Awesome. Well, it's a great reason to do what you do, is to love it and be passionate about it, because it will, as everybody will see here in a moment, color is really, you really are good with color. So some of these are just, they're all great. Some are just outstanding. This is one of my favorites. This is the Purple Rain that we talked about just a second ago. Oh, can't wait. Okay, so so a unique thing that we're learning about your yarn choice, base choice, is that it's ethically sourced. Why go that route? What about that?
Yeah, so that's pretty important to me, because as much as I love the feel of a wonderful yarn, I don't think I could really love it and really be comfortable with it if there was some kind of animal cruelty or some kind of bad environmental effects. That wouldn't be right. At that point, I don't think I would feel the same way about it. So it is pretty important to me that any yarn that I purchase to dye is ethically sourced, that there is no animal cruelty. We all love to see the little sheep, the little goats, the little alpacas. And man, if they had to suffer for us to enjoy the beautiful yarn, that just wouldn't be the same. So that's pretty important to me. And I urge people to think about that. And, when you're buying yarn, ask, is this
Yeah,
ethically sourced? Or did some poor animal have to suffer so that I can be enjoying this yarn?
right. No, that's awesome, and it's it's just this beautiful yarn anyway. So win-win, right? So
Absolutely.
let's
Absolutely.
see.
I also love very soft yarn. And I know that a lot of people love more of a woolly wool, that's got some real teeth to it, if you will.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm more about that. I'm
It's,
more about, it doesn't mean that I won't, expand a little bit into other bases, but I'm more about something that I can hold or put on and feel like $1,000,000, because it's just so
yeah,
soft, silky, luxurious, plush. So none of my yarns have even a high percentage of nylon. Like, the only yarn I have with nylon is the sock base, and
mhm,
that's only 10% nylon, just to give it that durability
sure.
and stability, enough to make it durable, but still leaving it super
You don't want,
soft with cashmere and
yeah, yeah, oh, for sure. You don't want to go through all that work and all of a sudden the socks are this big. Yeah. So no, it needs to have a little bit of something to kind of hold it together. So,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah. Being brand new, what's your future plans? Where do you see Moss Fibers going in the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah. So I'm just enjoying every day. I don't get to dye every day because I still have my main career. I have a corporate job. I took the morning off to do this.
Very
But
nice.
so I still work at that. I'm not quite ready to jump in all the way just yet, but it truly right now is about the love of dyeing and making people so happy when they receive it. And I'm taking it one day at a time. I mean, we've had a very different economy this year. It's been a different year for every single one of us. I've done extremely well, way beyond my expectations. And if it continues, that'll be wonderful, but I'll take one step at a time with kind of my priority in mind, which is truly to never cut corners, to make, I'm really picky myself. If I go and buy a product, especially yarn, but any product, I want it to be very high quality. And, you know, whoever made it, I want to know that they gave it their best. So I want to do the same. So I don't want to,
Awesome.
you know, grow and cut corners and become a production dyer. No, it's going to be a slow process for me.
Very nice. Well, and as we are, that's a great segue into showcasing the products that you sent us. So bear with me one second. I'm realizing my laptop is getting close to low juice. So let me put my power cord in, then I'll switch to cameras and we'll do a tour of the products that you sent us. So bear with me one second.
Sure.
Right. Whew. There we go. Okay. All right. Now switching cameras. Let me fix myself here.
Yeah, you're losing your shawl. And I'm wearing a shawl I knit as well. I forgot to tell you, but this is a Hohi Locatelli shawl that came out maybe a year ago. It's called Storm, and it's a really nice, fun one skein shawl with some really fun dropped stitches. In this colorway, this is called Box of Chocolates, and a lot of my names are a little bit strange, but I'm not sure if you or your viewers know, but Forrest Gump was filmed here in Savannah in South Carolina. So
cool.
when Forrest is sitting on the park bench and he's saying life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get, right? So that's what this yarn reminded me of, because you're getting different shades of pink, from a deep hot pink to a light pink. You're getting different browns, different greens, and different beiges. So
very nice.
What this one is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna switch here. Bear with me one second. So there might be a quick echo. First the camera, then the sound. And we are off. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so the scarf that I'm wearing, we're going to trip over my cord here. Start with the yarns that will make that, the scarf that I'm wearing. This is the, is this a lace or a fingering? Fingering?
So that's a fingering weight.
Okay.
It's a fingering, and it's an extra fine merino with silk
beautiful.
and cashmere. So it's, like you said, it's squishy, it's soft, it's got a little sheen to it. It's a wonderful base.
Yes, it has a great sheen to it. So 437 yards for this one. See if I can bring that in here. And this is all that glitters. This is the gold that's in my scarf. And then we have this one, which is La Vie en Rose. Same yardage, same weight. And this one is the Tuscan Sun. And they're all just gorgeous. Okay, so moving on here. Kind of got a mix and match, so we'll kind of jump around. This is the bulky. Yes, is that what?
Yes.
Okay. Extra fine superwash merino, 109 yards. Purple Rain. And my other favorite right here. Can't touch this. Same yardage, 109. Make a great hat, I'm thinking. And I call these bunches, but you have a cool name for them. What are these called?
I call them bouquets because it's like a flower bouquet, but it's
Yes.
better. They don't die and it lasts a
Yeah.
long, long time, not like flowers. So,
I love
um,
it.
yeah, they're all in threes, and really the idea is that they go together for either a three-color shawl or even a sweater,
Look
anything that
at
needs three
that.
skeins that you want to fade three different colorways.
Very nice. And so these are all the same weight. Let's see. Or are they all the same weight?
Those are all a sock weight, but I think you have some that are the plumpy, like the one you're touching right now, I
This
believe
one
is
right
the
here?
plumpy cashmere sock, which is just a little
Yes.
plumpier, a little bit
Yeah.
less yardage, and a
Yes.
little bit
So
thicker.
yeah. So the regular is 452 yards like
Right.
this. And
Hmm.
then this is slightly less at 383 yards per skein. But all of it is does all of your yarn have the cashmere in it?
Almost all except the chunky.
Okay,
Everything else
cool.
has cashmere. I love a little hint of cashmere for that extra bounciness and
Sure.
softness.
Well, it makes for some great yarn, that is for sure. Some
You.
beautiful colors there. All right, so here is a sample that she has sent. You want to describe this beautiful?
Yes, that sweater I'm going to wear for Thanksgiving if you send it back to me on time.
Oh, and we got some new shawl pins. I had it on the shawl that I'm wearing, but it's too heavy. Some new shawl pins. They'll drop a link in the into the comments there, but it's like 3/4 sleeves, right?
Yeah, I modified that to 3/4 sleeves, and that's the Magnolia Chunky sweater. All my
Yes.
patterns are
Beautiful.
available on Ravelry. That's Magnolia Chunky, and that's made with a DK and 2 strands of mohair.
Incredible
So
details and just beautiful color. Lovely green.
that colorway is called Spruce It Up. And I've sent you about 4 or 5 different colors that would look beautiful to make that
Sure.
sweater.
Yeah.
Um, and you've got the mohair and the DK.
Awesome. Okay. Moving on to this beautiful thing here. Look at all of those details. The color work. It's
That one,
gorgeous.
that's the Cipolla sweater by Caitlin Hunter as well, who I'm a big fan of. And that one
Mm-hmm.
is made, the colors on there are the light gray is called London Fog, and the deep, deep purple is called Royal Wave.
Gorgeous.
And I think it looks really nice together.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually would also look really nice on another yarn I sent you, which is the Outer Banks, which is more on the beige. So you've got
Mm-hmm.
gray and purple on this one, but you could also do it in a Outer Banks, which is more of a sandy beige with Sangiovese, which is a deep burgundy red, and it would look really pretty in that too.
Yeah. And this yarn is this would feel so good on. It's just so soft. Beautiful. Great job. Okay. And here are some other yarns. This is looks like a mohair. And these two, so this is the yarns that you're talking about that would make that sweater in different colors,
Exactly. Yes.
correct? Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Okay, so very lovely matching mohairs to the sock yarn here. We have 240. Is this not sock? This is
DK.
DK. Yep. Sorry, apologize. 246 yards for the non mohair. With the mohair is 459 yards. So lots of yardage with those beautiful colors. And there's the green that we looked at for the sweater, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Look at those. So pretty, so pretty. All right. And then we have sock here as well. Beautiful colors like serendipity. 452 yards on this. So, superwash merino. Keep wanting to say Southwest. Oh, brother. Superwash Merino Cashmere Nylon Blend, 80, 10, and 10. Ooh, changing tides. A little bit of brown, some dark green. Beautiful. Lovely colors. Great job on the colors.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see what's coming next for Moss Fibers. These are beautiful for being 6 months in. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. All right. Did I miss anything? Oh, yes. The other stuff here. You also sent us a pair of socks.
Mm-hmm.
These are the Andy's Pretty in Pink socks made with Alice in Wonderland. And we have this yarn. Is that correct?
Yes, you do.
Perfect. Love the detail. And then we have this beautiful sweater here. Love the yoke on that.
And that's
Short
the
sleeve.
Sorel summer tee, but that can also be made, with long sleeves and a more close neck. If you wanted more of a winter sweater as well. And that's
Sure.
got 2 colors in there that have been faded. On top, it's Duck Duck Goose, which you have quite a few of, and then it fades into Outer Banks.
Down towards the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's the way that the yarn stripes, you would never know that there's 2 different colors there.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, let me switch back to my other camera here. Is there anything else that I missed? No. All right. Bear with me 1 second. We're going to switch back to... Okay. All right. Can you hear me now?
I'm hearing an echo.
There. No more echoes. How about now?
Perfect.
Okay. And we're back to center. Yay. All right. So thank you for that walk through the products that you sent. All of it is gorgeous. I'm going to have to get some myself. Definitely beautiful stuff. Okay. So real quick. Got some Attenti bags in. Woo-hoo. Love them, love them, love them. So check out our website. They'll be listed today, tomorrow, in the next day or so. We do have classes. Classes are filling up, so check out our website for availability. If you're interested, and things keep filling up before you can get to them, let us know. Give us a call here at the shop. Then we are also doing for November, we're doing Toasty Toes sock drive. And we have started to get some donations. Pretty excited about that. So for the month of November, if you bring in 1 pack per day, you get 5 U-Bucks to spend in the store. You can bring it, but it's 1 per day. You can come in as many days as you like, but per bunch of socks. These are donations already done, but they have to be straight from the store in the manufacturer's packaging. These will be donated to our local charities here in the Treasure Valley because socks are the most needed items for any charitable organizations, hands bar none. So we decided, instead of making socks, because that's kind of time consuming, to buy socks and help out those of us here in the Treasure Valley that are in need of warm feet. So if we hit 200, so your name, every time you bring, not only do you get 5 U-Bucks when you bring this in, you're also given a raffle ticket to go into a bucket that when we hit 250 packs, whether it be this one or a single sock or whatever, it doesn't matter, a drawing will be done at the end of the month for the prize will be 100 U-Bucks to spend in the store. So let's see how many socks we can give to those who need them. So yes, they have to come into the store. Make sure we get your name and on the ticket to go into for the big drawing at the end of the month. At the end of the month around Thanksgiving, we have Black Friday this year, so some sales there. We'll be having more details popping up here a little closer to. Small Business Saturday, we've done that a lot in the past, so come in, let's show each other some love. And then we have some giveaways for the Small Business Saturday, the Spin the Swift for additional prizes and discounts, etc. And then Cyber Monday, kind of the trifecta weekend for, we're gonna do some really good sales online. And so check back. We'll be sending out some emails with more details on those as it gets closer. Also want to remind you, if you want to no muss, no fuss gift giving option, we do have our Bliss boxes. It's a mystery box full of goodies. So there's 3 levels. There's 25, 50, and 100. Both in knit and crochet. Details are available on our website. Do we have any questions or anything from people today? Okay, we're just gonna keep tracking. We will have some adjustments to holiday retail hours for the shop, closer to Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. So we'll try to keep you all posted, either at the door, on our wall of information, on our website, and through emails, etc. So just a few shorter hours on the days before, and then closed obviously Christmas and Thanksgiving. Black Friday is going to be a live video. You won't be able to come into the store, so check us out on Facebook like you are right now. Anyway, moving on. I don't think there's anything left. Is there anything else you want to tell us, Gabriela?
I think we have a giveaway.
We do have a giveaway, yes. Let me grab you go ahead and describe what is the giveaway. It's an amazing gift this time. And again, if you guys want to be entered into the drawing for the giveaway, all you have to do is comment on this video. So please do so you can be entered into next week's drawing, and so on and so forth. So take it away, Gabriela.
Right. So, as I said earlier, I love color and I love all colors. It doesn't mean I can wear all colors or that I do wear them all, but I love them all. And my favorite moss color is always the last one I've made.
Awesome.
So This was my most recent color that I developed, and I think I developed this about 2 weeks ago.
That's gorgeous.
It's called, and I couldn't think up of a name for it, and I put it out there on Instagram and asked for help, and somebody said, because I actually took a picture of about 8 of these in a bowl, and she said flamboyance of flamingos. So I learned something, because I didn't know that a group of flamingos, it's called a flamboyance of flamingos. But even flamboyance alone would be a great name for this, I think. So,
exactly.
So that's what it's called. On the ticket, it just says flamboyance because I can't put the whole thing in. But this is a giveaway. It's the cashmere sock base, 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. So very versatile. You can basically make anything with it. And then to keep your yarn in when you're knitting, a yarn bowl, but not just any yarn bowl. This is a moss yarn bowl. So let me see, make sure I do this the right way. Can you see that okay?
Yep, perfect.
It says moss, hand dyed in Savannah, Georgia, but it's at the very bottom. So I'm not asking anybody to advertise for me, but it's just a little keepsake that they remember where it came from, along with their flamboyance of flamingos.
Okay, well, thank you for the generous giveaway this week. So we are about to draw the winner here. Give it a good mix up here. All right, drum roll. Cynthia Hovland. Congratulations. I know that reads backwards to you guys out there, but the person whose name that is knows what it says. So we will be in touch, or reach out to us, please, so we can get your contact information, so we can give it to Miss Gabriela, so she can then mail you your awesome prize that you won this week. So thank you all for participating. Again, to participate in future drawings, all you have to do is put a comment in each video. Thank you so much for joining us today, Gabriela. It was so fun, and
Thank
been
you. It was a
story,
pleasure.
and yes, beautiful yarns. All of it is available online that we have, and of course the shop opens here in about 30-ish minutes, so you can come in and see and feel how soft all of this is. Anyway, thank you again. We wish you all the best. Look forward to having you back in our store down the road. So thank you, Twisted U fans. Be safe out there. And as always, stay twisted. Take care.
Bye-bye.